Afterwards, and we have an extraordinary set of panelists. I'm just normally quite resistant to spending a lot of time with bios, but in this case I might have to read some of the bios of these folks because they're really remarkable. What we're going to do is we're going to hear from the three speakers, and because this is a phased day in which in the afternoon you'll have a chance to hopefully apply some of what you've learned at the session this morning to the afternoon session with some specific projects. I will be also aggressive in trying to identify what I think are some of the take-home value lessons learned that can be extracted from these very inspirational but also very practical thinkers. And I will then have a Q&A period that will begin with a sort of unstigmatized opportunity for those of you who really have something bursting inside you to say, as opposed to a question. You don't have to pretend it's a question. We're going to actually hear from you if you have something that you think we could react to, that you just really feel moved to say. And we'll have a couple of statements like that. And then after that, we'll have questions and only questions. I'll be brutal if you do just try to give a speech after you've had a chance to give the speech before. I will then have some maybe questions between the panelists, because again, they're going to help you and me think about what the right questions are as well as the answers. So with no further ado, let me first thank you for coming to this summit. It is, as president of USGBC, I can't have any favorites. This is my favorite. And I am very thankful that you've taken the time to come and to support us in our efforts to highlight these crucial issues. If there is something to listen to as we go through the morning, it's going to be listening for ideas that can help you with thinking about authentically advancing local leadership and sustained local leadership in the projects that you're working on. How to creatively, intelligently, and thoughtfully advance inclusivity within your project team and project impacts. Since all the panelists are male, I will confront them with a question, especially about how to include women in their projects. And also just trying to think about how we solve multiple problems sometimes at the same time. Other concepts like that hopefully will have real take-home value for you. So we're going to begin with Eley Flores, that is Eley, not Eli Flores, founder and executive director at both LEAD Inc. and Youth Build USA. Of course, Youth Build USA is one of the great partners of USGBC, and if any of you are here from there, let me give you a special welcome. That's an extraordinary organization, and one we're very proud to partner with. I'm going to read this because I actually found myself unable to complete some of the sentences when I was reading it to my wife because it's so awesome. Eley Flores grew up in Hollywood in South Central LA. At an early age, he faced the struggles of poverty, incarceration, and growing up without a father. At 17, while at the crossroads of his life, he made the decision to join La Causa Youth Build in East LA and transferred all of the energy he was using in the streets with the goal of becoming a transformational leader. He graduated high school through the Youth Build program, ahead of his peers, and soon after joined Public Allies LA, an AmeriCorps fellowship program. I'm old enough to know when AmeriCorps was started, and in fact had a role in that I'm very proud of, that builds the next generation of nonprofit and service leaders. The experience solidified his passion for social justice, service, and leadership. In 2008, he was hired by Grid Alternatives and became that group's outreach manager, laying the groundwork and foundation for the single-family affordable solar homes program in LA. He did that for 6 years, installed over 800 solar electric systems, did other absolutely amazing things, and is now a nationally and internationally recognized leader, innovator in the social movement, building youth leadership development and organizational entities, and of course, Youth Build itself, which is the mother of all of those. He was a finalist in the Equity and Green Fellowship Program. He seems to be beloved and known to members of Congress and other bigwigs. He's working on his master's now, having got his BA. All of this against, in many cases, the odds and expectations that he overcame. So with that, Ellie, and I'm sorry again for reading your bio. I hate when people do that. You're on. Go.